is officially Halloween 2025, and it is time for me to talk about Goosebumps. The films, not the books. Don't get those confused, okay? Let's talk about it. So last night, I would watch both of the Goosebumps films. Glad I did, because I am in the Halloween spirit. I'm never usually in the Halloween spirit because I'm not a massive fan of Halloween, but after watching these films, I actually do see a point to Halloween now. I'm not gonna watch a scary film thanks to you! Another Plan Rock 124 referenced out of the way. But seriously though, probably people are gonna question why I don't watch more scary films or something like that. Most of the time, most scary films are they're either too boring or just too scary to my liking, or just not that interesting, which most of the time is usually not that interesting, but then just genuinely films that actually terrify the fuck out of me. But Goosebumps. Goosebumps indeed. Quick plot of the first and the second film, because I'm gonna spoil the films basically at this moment. Zach is a high schooler who's just moving with his mother to a new town of Madison, thanks to her mother getting a job as a vice principal at the high school. Moving next to Hannah and R.L. Stein, who actually lived in the house next door, and meeting them, so-and-so, the father was not very happy to see them. They started a new school life, basically met a new friend who was named Champ. Zach basically met Hannah, did a couple of things before Stein basically got pissed off and basically grounded his daughter, so-and-so daughter, and then the cops first, and they basically did nothing about it. Basically inviting Champ over to basically rescue Hannah, but then accidentally opening a book up, which basically brought in a snowman, but also accidentally opened another one that was basically Slappy, so-and-so. The entire movie goes on about basically monsters getting released into the town of Madison, and then the entire town getting infested, and then having to rescue the high schoolers and so-and-so, and then it gets to a point to where the final book is produced, and then all the monsters are sucked back in, including Hannah, who actually was a ghost before the film ends, with Stein basically bringing Hannah back and so-and-so, and then, yes. The first film is actually a decent film. Is it the most scary film of the year? No. It is certainly not the most scariest movie of all time, but I would say that its entire film is actually really fun. And that's actually why I got more into Halloween, is particularly the film in itself was decently done. I mean, the music in it and all the stuff that was making the film the way it was actually a lot better than it was. Nobody actually died in the movie besides probably all the monsters who were trapped in that book. This was also one of the heights of like Dylan's career, and he's actually not that bad in the film. He's kind of... it's a typical high schooler, what do you expect? I would proudly give Goosebumps a 7 out of 10. It's a good film the way that it is. It's not structured to be a Halloween movie. It's more or less supposed to be a kid's scary movie or something like that. But it's actually decent enough to go on to actually be very much enjoyable for adults too. Like, it doesn't scream too much kids vibes. I mean, it also kind of helps the fact that Goosebumps technically exists in this universe as well. Now on to the second film, which essentially is Haunted House. And Haunted House is not as good. You got Sarah, you got Sonny, you got Sam, teenagers that are stuck in the same house thanks to their mother having to work nights and that stuff. The two boys, Sonny and Sam, decide to run this business of junk bros who basically go and find junk from houses and so to sell them off or being paid. They go to this haunted house that essentially has like bunch of treasures, including a treasure chest that contains one of R.J. Stein's books. I'm sorry I didn't pronounce that. The book contains Slappy, which comes out alive and trying to seem like he's all chill and everything, helping them get away from the bullies and so, helping them with certain projects or something like that. And then essentially getting on the good side and then starting to do things which definitely rolls off as a red flag, unleashes monsters again on Halloween, like actually getting not only the actual books, the monsters from the books, but then also Halloween decorations, which, okay, that's actually pretty fun. The entire thing shut down before the mother turns into a robot, so there's a lot more that's involved even Stein tries getting involved, but then comes too late. And then the movie ends. The first one had a charm with it. It had a charm which actually made this a decent film in the first place. The second one just kind of seems like a bit of a cash grab that kind of just is out of place. Well, I get it. It's Halloween. It's focusing itself on Halloween, which the first one didn't really seem like a Halloween film. It just seemed like a Goosebumps film, but it actually had its own charm with it. But then the thing is that the second film tries to focus itself on Halloween, which it doesn't do too well. I mean, it kind of shows some references to Halloween, and then it kind of just is just a film essentially of monsters and that stuff. I don't mind the film. It's fine, totally fine. This film just doesn't really have the same charm as the first one did. The first one actually was decent enough to actually be like enjoyable for adults and everything like that. But this other one has kind of this vibe of like, it feels like a lot of, well, product placement, weird product placement out of all things, because I like product placement going from Sony, PlayStation, Apple. The weird thing is that, I will bring this up because this feels like a good thing to bring up, is the fact that they have iMacs, but then they don't have iPhones. Like, they're not using iPhones at all. They're in fact using Sony phones. If Apple's gonna be involved, at least use the full thing. Use iPhones. Personally, I would give this film a 5 out of 10. Like, the film in itself, well, it doesn't include the original cast besides Jack Black. It's not like a great film in itself. Like, the first one had that charm that you can enjoy it as a kid and an adult. I mean, there's probably a few things in there that would probably make you cringe a little bit, but not like anything to where you can't just enjoy the film, which the first film was really fun. It didn't have that vibe of like, it didn't feel like it was too corporate or something like that. This one just feels a little more, and just feels a lot more weak. It feels weaker. It feels like it doesn't really have that much same story to it. It doesn't feel like it has that, just that like same emotional feel and depth and that stuff that the first one had, which, I mean, totally get it and so, but I mean, I originally was going to talk about Shaggy Dog, which I will talk about Shaggy Dog soon, but the first one was great. It was actually like a really nice film that you can enjoy during the Halloween season. You can even enjoy it casually if you really wanted to, but the second one's kind of boring. It basically holds on to something that basically is like, oh, it's Halloween, we're gonna make it Halloween based. So I'm gonna say thank you guys so much for watching this little short video that's made for Halloween. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys later when I talk about Shaggy Dog. Bye.